2019 NBA Finals, Golden State Warriors are fighting for survival, and Kevin Durant makes his dramatic return. 11 minutes later, basketball history changes forever. Today for Throwback Thursday, we're going to be breaking down Kevin Durant's devastating Achilles tendon tear, how it happened, the anatomy behind the injury, treatment and recovery, and how this moment altered the future of the Golden State Warriors. So before this injury, Durant had already missed over a month with what was officially called a right calf strain, suffered during the Western Conference playoffs. The Warriors trailed the Raptors 3-1 in the NBA Finals. Their dynasty was definitely on the line. In Game 5, Durant dramatically returns, and immediately he looked dangerous, 11 points in just 12 minutes. But early in the second quarter, Durant attacks off the dribble on the right wing, plants, makes a crossover move, and suddenly collapses. No contact, he immediately grabs the back of his lower leg, which is a classic mechanism, and this is what a non-contact explosive loading injury looks like. During the crossover, that calf muscle, the gastrocnemius and soleus, is contracted forcefully while the Achilles tendon is under massive tension. But the tendon simply does fail during this time. So what exactly is the Achilles tendon? So right now it's highlighted in this yellow. It's the largest and strongest tendon in the human body. It connects the calf muscle seen here, which is your gastrocnemius and soleus, to the calcaneus bone seen here at the ankle. This tendon is absolutely critical for basketball movements. So every explosive movement Kevin Durant makes relies on this structure. When the calf contracts, the Achilles transfers that force into the foot, allowing push-off and elevation. And in elite athletes, the force through the Achilles can reach several times the body weight. So if we take a look at exactly when the injury did happen, we pause and look at that right lower extremity. This is the exact mechanism of a typical Achilles tendon tear. You see that the Achilles tendon is in a hyper stretch position, with the ankle being an excessive amount of dorsiflexion and the knee is in complete extension. This is putting a lot of tension through that Achilles tension, and Kevin Durant is trying to forcefully push off here, where you can see the recoil of that Achilles tendon come up into the calf region. Kevin Durant obviously in immediate amount of pain and unable to really bear too much weight through that right lower extremity. So one of the biggest debates after the injury was, did the previous calf injury contribute to the Achilles rupture? The reality is the calf and the Achilles are mechanically connected here. The Achilles is essentially a continuation of the muscle tendon complex of the calf. A weakened or recovering calf can potentially alter loading patterns and force distribution. So just days later, the diagnosis was confirmed, a ruptured right Achilles tendon. Durant underwent surgical repair. Surgery typically involves the torn tendon ends are reapproximated and sutured together to restore tension and continuity. For elite athletes, surgery is usually preferred because it may reduce re-rupture risk and better restore high-level function. Achilles ruptures are among most feared injuries in basketball, and historically the injury has ended careers or permanently reduced explosiveness. Typical timeline for recovery is about that first few weeks. Protection and tendon healing is super important, while the 2 to 4 months is rebuilding mobility and strength. Within 5 to 8 months, you're more focused on that sports-specific activity, while 9 to 12 plus months is that return to competition. Durant ended up missing the entirety of the 2019 and 2020 season while rehabbing, and many wondered, would he ever be the same? The injury didn't just affect Kevin Durant, it changed the NBA. The Warriors won Game 5 after Durant went down, but the emotional cost was enormous. Golden State eventually lost the 2019 Finals to Toronto, then came another devastating blow, which was Klay Thompson's tear in ACL in Game 6. Suddenly, the Warriors dynasty looked vulnerable, and that offseason, Durant left Golden State and signed with Brooklyn. The Warriors entered a transition period, moving into a new arena while losing one and the greatest scorers ever, as well as for years, Golden State has been nearly unbeatable. But Durant's Achilles rupture marked the symbolic end to the original super team era. What makes this story remarkable is what happened next. Kevin Durant didn't just return, he returned as an elite player, something very few athletes have accomplished after an Achilles tear. A devastating injury, a controversial moment, and one of the greatest comeback stories in NBA history. Let me know if you have any questions or comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.